Hello, this is a Super Anime Turbo review, and today we're taking a Super Anime Turbo review of Btooom Volume 6 and Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2 with the card. So this is a Super Anime Turbo review. So I brought these two books like a week ago in July 2014. So I wanted to pick up these two new books, Btooom Volume 6 and also Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2 with the card. So let's start off with Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2. So you got the Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2 in the front, which is nice art, the side, and even of course the story info, including the card, which is right there. So and also the artwork, which is kind of nice, very nice, if you know what I mean. So, Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2 is about when these four strange people call themselves the Foo Fighters, which is four of them in the back, including, three of them in the back, including a female, a male, and three males. So after each defeated Kai, there was this guy disappeared. He's inside this store, wants to challenge Kai to a car fight. And he wants to challenge him to a car fight by using his cards of his rare monsters. After the battle of him with the light blonde hair, he uses his cards to attack Kai. He says this, no guard. So he says, ha 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 ha, these card triggers. And then Elsa was look at him like, wow, this guy is very serious. And I read this book and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then he was trying to call to his attack, call it the, let's see, what's the name of this card? Machine Starter Slux. And he wants to use that card to attack Kai. Then he attacked his monsters. And then he decides to use his All Faces Rage. And even of course that he wants to use his card to attack his monsters by using Dragon over the Vanguard. He can be the Dragon Overlord. Yup, he's Dragon Overlord. That's Kai for ya. And then after that, Kai won the battle. So he did won the battle. He says talking about some guy in the food battle, and who is this guy on the rooftop? We're about to find out. After they went to the, some placements. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Kanzi, yes. Cosmic Kanzi, yes. And they're talking about Korusa, LA4. He wants to Kanzi wants to challenge this guy. Kanzi wants to save this old man from him. And he was defeated. He challenged him to a duel of Cardfight Vanguard by using his Power Razor customs, by crushing his card, calls himself the Dual Dragon Costbusters. His card. Yup, that's his card. AL. After the cards were Sephilis, he used his card. I'll use his cards of the right Asmus and also the left Asmus. He used these cards to destroy Kai. Until then, after the battle went over, he was he was won. AL4 won the duel. Then Sanji, I can't pronounce his name. Okay, I remember his name. He thought about his past about going to the Cardfight Vanguard. He was defeated by Al. He thought himself that he lost to this guy. He wants to challenge, he says, picked him up. That's when he showed up and helped him. Kanji rest. Don't worry, I have to fight this guy by using my cards. The power of the cards. I forgot his name. Al wants to challenge him to a Cardfight Vanguard. He says, let's ride. Attack! And then he says, stand and draw. The battles was fierce. He uses a Santa Claus Fate Vanguard and he uses Cardfight Twin Blades to win the duel. The battle was fierce, and then he uses a Buster Blade to win the duel. He used his cards to win, and then he uses Double Plus Duel Sword, the one who defeated Kanji. I'll use his card. It's like, and then the seconds, and then after that, he says, ha 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 ha. He was about to defeat him. And then he saw his own mind and says, all of it heard his voice is who. And then my Vanguard says to him, you must defeat him with all the cards. And then he says, my Vanguard, this voice, Buster Blade. And then he used him with Vanguard. He said, hey, why are you? He says, what are you doing? You are spacing out. And then he was already in and the battle fierces of the battle story, two of them. And then he says Buster Slash, and then he was thinking that he was a Vanguard, and then he thought he has to fare out somehow, and then he uses his two card. He uses his card called the Vanguard, called it the Soul Slave Dragon. He used his card to destroy his AL's card, and then he used his card to destroy him. And Buster Blade gave him a 29,000 powers points, and Buster Blade killed AL4, which is kind of like this, and the battle was finished. Then he won. He says, I lost. He said, "Huh." Then after the duel, those three decide to beat him up. And like that. This is one of my favorite Cardfight Vanguard moments. After winning, there was mysterious girl with the blue one carried him on a leash, which is kind of like awesome. I really do enjoy this book a lot of the Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2. Let's check out my most favorite parts. My favorite parts is the, let's see, this one. And also my favorite part is, let's see, this one, which is kind of sexy. And this is my favorite part right here. I really do love this. Really, it's really funny too, if you know what I mean. Woman carried him on a leash. It also comes with the card this. It's the Mystic Overdrive, which is one of my favorites. Up next is Btooom Volume 6 from Yen Press. So you have the Btooom Volume 6 in the front, the side, and even the back. Also inside is the lovely artwork cover, which is kind of nice. Also the victims. So Btooom Volume 6 is about when after those two with the woman, her arm got cut off, he went back to the village, and of course to check on let's see, this guy. And then the guy with the glasses decided to check on him. Went back. After they went inside, they saw him, and he was like, "Get away from him now!" And then he says, "Whatever do you mean?" After this checked on him, he saw one of these things that called, "This is a type of these matters before you see." And this device controls these things. And even, of course, one of my favorites about the Btooom Volume 6, after they went down here, he scanned the place that there was this parts of this food coming around here. They wanted to chase after the food, when all of a sudden he saw this guy with a tattoo with the sunglasses. Something he looks like familiar. After chasing down, they grabbed the briefcase, they're together, and the wind caught up to them. And these two decided to have a duel. Whoever get this, the briefcase, and using Btooom, saying like that. Until then after she looked, check out he was alright. But then she had crossed over a girl with this metal rod. And these two decided to have a cat fight. And then she started for Btooom, and then she wants to be the only survivor. The battle was fierce. Oh yes, the man, his name was, let's see, Nobi Koboto, and her name was Hiding Kasim Sabda. I'm trying to pronounce her name. This is one of my favorites of this book right here. And throw some stuff right here. The battle was fierce, and also those two guys were having a fight. Whoever gets to the food first. Then this kid ordered this old man to throw a Btooom on him by using a fire, like that. After that, they were having a cat fight, and then after that, she decided to put a stun gun on her, and then said, "Oh, the batteries are empty." This is one of my favorite books of all time of the Btooom Volume 6. Let's check out one of my favorite parts. My favorite part is the anti-shots, which is right there, and there's the other one, if I could just find one, there, and even of course right there. This is one of my favorite parts, but also my favorite part as well. Kind of scary. If you really enjoy Btooom Volume 6, and also this is one of my favorite parts. Most of my favorite parts is right there. If you really enjoyed Btooom Volume 6, I suggest you can read this. This one is very awesome, very dark, and even of course it reminds me of the Hunger Games, and also Battle Royale. So, if you love these two new books, just write a comment or subscribe to my channel, the YouTube channel /Steven Johnson. And this is Steven Johnson. I'm signing out in peace. And oh yes, I'll be going to fighting game tournament soon, which is going to be Next Level Arcade. And have a nice weekend. And P.S. Next week is the San Diego Comic-Con. And also I'm going to get some New York Comic-Con tickets. And stay out of trouble.